Hey folks, I hope you are doing well. Today I will tell you some basic terminology of sports. If you want to make your career in sports and want to be part of different international and national competition like Olympics, Asian Games, Commonwealth Games, ISL, IPL, Khelo India, NBA, etc., then you should know the basic terminology of the sports. It will help you. The terminologies that we are going to cover are sports, events, field of play or arena, sports equipment, time scoring result system, game schedule, games fixture, athletes, competition manager, competition director, technical officials, sports specific volunteers, general volunteers, chef de mission, support staff, medal at stake, stakeholders, sports apparel, medical requirement, doping, and accreditation. We'll start with the first terminology, which is sports. Sports is nothing but an activity governed by certain rules and regulation. If you are running, considering the rules and regulation of international and national athletics federation, then it will become an athletic sports. In athletics, a person must consider distance, time, body posture, dress code, type of surface, etc. Distance means how many meters, kilometers a person is running, whether it is 100 meter, 200 meter, 400 meter, etc. Time, the duration of completion of the action. Body posture, the way a person is standing at the starting point. Dress code, the type of shoes and sports kit a person should wear while performing the activity. Type of surface, whether the surface is muddy or synthetic, etc. Further, if a person is riding cycle following the rules and regulation of international and national cycling federation, then it will become a cycling sports. There are various sports available in the market like athletics, cycling, weightlifting, tennis, volleyball, etc. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is events. Events are nothing but different types of activities. As I told you, sports are the activity governed by certain rules and regulation, whereas the events are the forms of activity. Like in athletics, we have running, jumping, and throwing. In running, we have sprints, middle distance, long distance, hurdles, and relay. In jumping, we have long jump, high jump, triple jump, and pole vault. In throwing, we have discus, shot put, javelin, and hammer throw. These are the events of athletics sports. Similarly, different sports have different events. In badminton sports, some events are singles and doubles. In archery sports, some events are recurve, individual, team, and mix, compound, individual, team, and mix. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is field of play or arena. We have discussed about sports, we have discussed about events. Sports are the activity and events are different forms of the activity. But a person need an area or a place to perform the activity. So that area or place is called an arena or field of play. If a person wants to play badminton, then he or she needs a badminton court. If a person wants to play football, then he or she needs a football ground. If a person wants to play athletics, then he or she needs an athletics track or field. If a person wants to swim, then he or she needs a swimming pool. These are the field of play or arena. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is sports equipment. Sports equipment is nothing but the tools, gears, and apparatus, etc. applicable in sports to perform an activity. Some sports equipment for archery sports are bows, arrow, target to shoot, etc. In badminton sports, a person needs shuttlecock, racket, etc. In table tennis sports, a person needs racket, table, balls, net, etc. In athletic sports, a person needs javelin, hurdles, discus, shot put, etc. Further, sports equipment are of two types, consumable and non-consumable. Consumable, it means the equipment cannot be used after one competition. Non-consumable, it can be used in multiple competition. For example, in badminton sports, a racket is non-consumable, whereas a shuttlecock is consumable. In table tennis sports, table is non-consumable, whereas a ball is consumable. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is time scoring result system, TSR system. It is an important part of any competition. You can see on your screen, it is a football TSR system. You can see the screen, match timer, referee score terminal, scoring and time host, printer, ultra score terminal PC, soccer stats workstation, meet management server, switcher on venue results workstation, etc. These are the component of the football TSR system. The system gives you real-time results which will be published on websites and shared with the broadcasting partner. You may have seen this type of system during cricket matches, football matches or athletic championships, etc. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is game schedule. A game schedule is nothing but a plan that gives you list of sports, the date on which the competition will start, the date on which the competition will be completed, date of opening ceremony, date of closing ceremony. What are ceremonies? We'll tell you in different session. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is games fixtures. Fixtures refer to the competitions scheduled for individual and team sports. Different sports have different fixtures. On your screen, you can see the fixtures of football sport. In fixtures, you will get date of the competition, team details, which team is participating against which team or which athlete is performing the activity, match time or event time, type of matches, whether it is league, quarter-final, semi-final, finals in team sports or round, heats, final in individual sports. The fixtures is different from the game schedule. If we talk about date of start of the entire competition, it is available on game schedule and also available on games fixtures. If we talk about date of completion of the entire competition, it is available on game schedule and also available on games fixtures. If we talk about team details, it is not available on game schedule but available on games fixtures. Time of matches or events, it is not available on game schedule but available on games fixtures. If we talk about type of matches, it is not available on games schedule but available on games fixtures. Date of opening ceremony, it is available on games schedule but not on games fixtures. Date of closing ceremony, it is available on game schedule but not on the fixtures. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is athlete. We have discussed about sports, we have discussed about events. Sports are the activity and events are the different forms of the activity. But who performs the activity? There are athletes who perform the activity. I have given the example of Indian badminton player PV Sindhu and Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is competition manager or competition director. The competition manager or competition director is responsible for the smooth conduct of each sport. Competition manager or competition director is responsible to assist organizing and games technical conduct committees, to finalize number of technical official, to ensure the readiness of field of play or arena, to finalize games fixtures, to ensure timely start and completion of each sport, to ensure timely publishing of games result, etc. Different sports have different competition managers or competition directors. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is technical official. Technical officials are well versed in the international and national federations rules and regulation and are responsible for officiating the conduct of the sport. In addition, they assist the competition manager or competition director in all aspects. Technical officials are different for different sports. You can see technical officials of boxing, kabaddi, table tennis, football on your screen. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is sports specific volunteers. Generally, volunteers are the person who works for a sports event without being paid. Sports specific volunteers are the person who has sports specific knowledge and assist technical officials and competition manager or competition director in the smooth conduct of the games. They are usually sports person from a particular sport registered with the respective federations, associations or sports body. You can see on your screen a tennis match is going on and a boy in a red t-shirt is standing around the tennis court. In case the athlete miss the ball and the ball comes out of the tennis court, the volunteer will catch the ball and give it back to the athlete. So this is one of the responsibility of the sport specific volunteer. Sports specific volunteers are different for different sports. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is general volunteers. General volunteers are different from sports specific volunteers. They are school or college students engaged in the smooth functioning of different functional areas such as accommodation, catering, transportation, medical, sports kit, sports presentation, etc. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is chef de mission. Chef de mission is overall in charge of the participating states or countries. Chef de mission will be the caretaker of the athletes. Chef de mission will ensure timely submission of travel details of the contingent to the organizing committee. Chef de mission will ensure that the athlete along with support staff will report at the venue as per game schedule or games fixtures. Chef de mission will address problems faced by contingent to the organizing committee if any, will attend opening and closing ceremonies, will attend all the meetings organized by OC and disseminate the information to the contingent. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is support staff. Support staff are the individuals who assist, train or support athlete in their participation in any competition. Support staff are coaches, managers, trainers, medical staff, etc. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is medal at stake. Medal at stake is the earmarking of a number of gold medals, silver medals and bronze medals for a competition. The medal at stake will be calculated as per the number of events. In Paris Olympics 2024, the number of gold medals was 329, silver was 330, bronze was 385. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is stakeholders. Stakeholders are the individuals or organizations who are directly or indirectly associated or involved for the successful conduct of the games. Stakeholders are athletes who perform the activity. Federations are the organization that nominates athlete and assist organizing committee for the smooth conduct of the games. Host country who hosts the games. Government who provides funds for the conduct of the games. Countries / states who take the responsibility of the contingent. Support staff who assist athlete. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is sports apparel. Sports apparel is a combination of a generic kit and sports specific kit. Tracksuit and t-shirt are some example of generic kit, whereas sports specific kit are different for different sports. You can see on your screen the sports specific kit of shooting sports, swimming sports, weightlifting sports. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is medical requirement. Medical requirement encompasses medicine, ambulances, paramedical staff, etc. It is required to provide first aid or initial support in case of any injury or any severe medical condition. For example, during a match, if any athlete gets injured, then the paramedical staff present at the venue will provide first aid support to the athlete. In case the athlete requires special treatment, then the team will take the athlete to the nearest hospital. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is doping. Doping is the act of consuming illegal substances to gain an advantage over other participating athlete in any competition. It can be in the form of injection, medicine, or some other form. Doping is banned in international or national competitions. I hope this terminology is clear to all. The next terminology is accreditation. Accreditation is a document that gives access to the field of play, arena, catering area, broadcasting area, lounges, etc. as per the accessibility entitlement.